Hello and welcome back to Sure Babe. This is episode 29 and this is your host, Chrissy Powers. Thank you guys so much for being here today and choosing to press play on this podcast. I appreciate all of your support. Today I am sharing a meditation that came to me last week. I wrote it down in my quiet time and I just realized I have to record this. I have to share it with my listeners because I think it's truly powerful in changing the way that we look and view and feel about our bodies. So hopefully we will change some of those negative neural pathways that we've created in our brains having to do with shame over our bodies by taking the time to meditate and think about all the ways that we are grateful for our bodies. So I'm definitely hoping that that encourages you and changes your mindset about your body. I have to let you guys know that I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. However, this is not a substitute for real therapy. I highly recommend finding a therapist to work with. It's just been such a game changer for me in my life to have that support system. And thank you guys for sticking with me. I know sometimes these podcasts come and go. Sometimes we're frequent, sometimes we're not. And we're just kind of in it with, raising small kids. So I thank you guys so much for still sticking around and being a listener of Sure Babe. And without further ado, I will get into the episode. Well, hello, sweet friends, and welcome back to Sure Babe. This is an episode all by myself, which I'm actually pretty blessed and honored that I get to just share my voice on this platform. So I thought I need to make more time and find space to actually record more episodes, maybe alone when I find the inspiration. And I found the inspiration. I was recently writing down some thoughts about body image and shame. And this meditation came to me and I kind of just gathered inspiration and wisdom and insight from all different areas of my life and my work as a therapist. And this beautiful meditation came to be. So I wanted to share it with you today. And hopefully it helps you change the way that you think about your body, the way that you feel in your body, and that we can actually change some of the neural pathways in your brain that have been formed that aren't serving you well. Our brains are neuroplastic. Not sure if I've talked about that before on this podcast, but that means that our brains can change. But it also means that sometimes we have neurons that fire and connect that should never have connected. And that actually creates negative thinking in our brains. And a lot of times as women especially, that is surrounded around our body image. And that is why we think, oh, I need to be this weight to be beautiful. I need to be this size to be beautiful or to feel good about my body. Because we actually have impressions in our brain that have been there for a long time. And so I feel like this meditation and doing this work of actually going into your head and your heart and doing this is hard work. I should preface that. It will change the way that you think about yourself and your body. So I'm really excited to share this with you. If you've already noticed, I've got my therapist voice on. It gets a little lower, a little more soothing. And I'm going to walk you through a meditation today that will hopefully help you get on a path of changing the way that you feel about your body and that you feel in your body. So with that, I'm just going to say if you are driving and this is making you too relaxed, it's okay to turn it off and come back to it. But it's also okay to play this with your kids around, because I know oftentimes I don't have time to meditate by myself, but if I listen to something, even when my kids are awake, it will help me. It will give me something. So if you have kids around and you're busy doing something else, you can still get something out of this. But yes, you will get the full effect if you are able to quiet yourself, get in a comfortable position, and close your eyes. So definitely don't do that if you're driving. But with that, I'm going to walk you through a positive body image meditation, releasing shame from your body. Okay, so I want you to get into a comfortable position, sitting or lying down, and whenever you feel ready, you can close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that there is this golden white light of protection and relaxation that starts to wash over your body, and everything it touches, it relaxes. And it starts at the top of your head, smoothing out all the muscles in your forehead, around your eyes, nose, mouth, chin, and jaw. Relaxing all of the muscles in your neck that hold up your head all day. And then that light moves down through your shoulders, down your back, releasing any tension or tightness there. And then imagine that it moves down through your arms, all the joints in your elbows, through your forearms, all the way to your fingertips. It relaxes your arms. And then imagine that it goes back up and then down through your chest and your stomach, where we hold a lot of tension and tightness and even anxiety. Imagine that that warm light just smooths out all of those muscles and all of the tension that could be held there. And then imagine that it moves down through your hips, over your solar plexus, through your buttocks, and then down through your quads, over your knees, through the calves, all the way down across your ankles, through the arches of your feet to the tips of your toes. It relaxes all of those muscles in your lower body. And then I want you to imagine or scan your body right now and just notice if there's any other areas that are tense or tight. Maybe move your neck around and notice if you're carrying any more tension, and then notice that light going there and releasing all of that tension and tightness. And then taking another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing oxygen to your muscles, giving your muscles what they need to relax. And now that you feel relaxed and calm, I want you to think of a word that describes how your body feels when it's in this state. It can be a word like tranquil, peaceful, calm. It could be a word like heavy, soft, warm. Whatever comes to mind, I want you to associate that word with how your body feels right now. And then I want you to imagine a place where you feel totally safe and calm. It could be real or imagined. It can be a place you've been to or a place you want to go to. But I want you to imagine this safe place that's created just for you. And I want you to notice all the tiny little details that you would see in this place. What colors would you see? What's around you? Notice what you see in this place. And then notice what you feel in this place. Are you wrapped up in a blanket? Is there a cool breeze on your face? Is the sun on your face? Is the wind blowing through your hair? What do you feel in this place? And then what do you hear in this place? Do you hear waves crashing or birds chirping? Maybe your favorite song is playing. Maybe you're having a conversation with someone you love. What do you hear in this place? And then lastly, what do you smell in this place? Maybe it's your favorite flower. Maybe it's salt water in the air or fresh cut grass. Maybe it's mountain air. What do you smell in this place? Just take a few moments to be here in this safe place where you feel totally safe to be who you are. This is a place where your real, authentic self can come out. This is a place where your imagination can soar. a place where you can hear truth, where you can let down your guard. You can be vulnerable here. Be in this safe place just for a few more moments, noticing what you see and how it feels to be here with your true, authentic self. And now I want you to remember a time where you felt shame in your body or over your body. It can be something having to do with body image. It could be a time where you were trying on something in a dressing room and it didn't fit. It can be a time where you just felt really sick, like your body was failing you. Maybe it was a time of infertility. Maybe it was a time where you really needed your body to show up and do what it was supposed to do and it just couldn't. Or maybe it was a time that someone was bullying you and saying something negative about your body and you accepted it and you felt shame over your body. I want you to go to a time like that. And I know this is really hard, but in this safe place, we're just observing memories. We're not reliving them. So you are safe in this moment to recall that memory. And knowing that we will not stay there long, I just want you to get that memory in your mind. And I want you to imagine what your highest self would tell you about that memory. So this is the self that speaks truth. This is the self that loves and accepts you. This is your best self. What would your highest self say to you in this memory where you felt shame? And now we're going to do a little exercise with your highest self. We're going to imagine that there is a mirror in front of you, and you are there with your highest self. And I want you to go back and think of moments that your body has showed up for you. Moments that we can be grateful for. We're going to turn this shame into gratitude. And I want you to think of ways that your body has helped you accomplish things in your life that you are excited about, that you love. Maybe your body's given birth. Maybe your body's ran a race. Maybe it's taken you to different parts of the world and allowed you to see things that you could never see, or hear things that you couldn't hear without your body. Maybe it's allowed you to make a meal for someone you love, or create something that brought a smile to someone's face. Let's go back, and in that mirror, I want you to think of the times that your body has showed up for you that you can be grateful for. And we're going to speak some affirmations to your body. And your highest self is there with you. So if you are not able to, in this present moment, your highest self can speak for you. And we're going to look with all of that gratitude in the mirror and say, I am enough because, and you fill in the blank. I love blank about my body. I want you to find one thing that you truly love about your body. It can be a physical attribute like your eyelashes or your hair or your hands or maybe your legs. Find a physical attribute you love about your body, and then find an internal attribute that you love about yourself, that your body has done for you. Maybe it's that you can run or do a spin class or dance and move your hips. And we're going to speak that into your truest self in the mirror. I am enough. My body is enough right now because, and then you fill in the blank. And then we're going to say, my body is beautiful because you fill in the blank. And then without my body, I could not have done blank. You fill in the blank. And then lastly, I love my body because blank. So take a few minutes to look in the mirror and fill in those blanks for yourself. And then taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you're still in this relaxed state. I want you to remind yourself that you can come back to this place whenever you need to hear truth from your highest self, to hear what you need to hear, maybe to get inspiration, to get out of a rut. You can always come back to this safe place. And I want you to take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Wiggling your fingers and toes, coming back to the room, orienting yourself to time and place. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So now the best thing to do would be to journal about what that experience was like for you and what things came up for you. Maybe there's some memories that popped up that you had no clue you still were holding on to. Maybe words came up or different images came up. Journal about that, dive deeper, and maybe there are some unresolved things that you're still holding on to and that you're needing to let go of in order for shame to be let go and gratitude to take place, and then for you to fully accept yourself as beautiful and your body as good enough right now. So journal about that if you have time. And then, as always, I just have to do a little disclaimer. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. However, this is not a substitute for real in-person therapy. I cannot suggest or recommend that enough. If you're struggling with depression or maybe going through a difficult season, I cannot recommend therapy enough. So this is definitely not a substitute for therapy. This is just something that might help you get on the journey towards your living the best life that you are meant to live. So thank you so much for taking the time today for this meditation. Thank yourself. This is only going to make you a better person and make you more in line with your true authentic self. And thank you so much for being here today. All right, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here today with me. I hope you got a lot out of that meditation. There will be more coming. I am loving this series of just creating some meditations for you guys. If you are interested in more meditations, I have 2 that I have filmed in my e-course, the Find Your Voice, a mindful approach to making your passions profitable e-course. And you can find that in the description of this podcast. There will be a link and a code called Find Your Voice for 15% off if you would like to purchase that. The 2 meditations we have in the beginning are Safe Place and The Table. The Table is such a rad meditation in discovering all of the parts of yourself that need to be heard. And these things we put in the e-course to help you figure out more of what it is that you're curious about, what it is that you're passionate about, and then how to go after that, and what parts of yourself need to be heard more of. So if you are interested in more self-discovery and growing your interpersonal life and your business, that course is for you. So definitely check it out. Also, if you want to get a hold of me, you can DM me on Instagram at Chrissy J. Powers. Although I am slacking on those DMs lately. So the best way would be just to email me or contact me through my website, chrissypowers.com. All right. Thanks so much for listening and have a blessed day. Oh, and I almost forgot, because I always forget to say this. If you got something out of this or liked this episode or like what you're hearing from us, if you could take the time to rate and review our podcast and give us a good review, that would be amazing. Wherever you're listening, thank you so much for tuning in, and it truly does help our podcast out if you rate, review, and of course subscribe to Sure Babe. So thank you so much in advance for taking the time to do that.